Motovlogging. It's becoming more and more popular for riders to put on a helmet cam, film their adventures and share them with the internet.
Hello everybody. Alright, vloggity number 2.
Welcome guys! Welcome!
But at what cost? With roads getting busier each year, is motovlogging going to present itself as a hazard? Or a useful source of knowledge and experience?
This is number 2 of what my instructor taught me. Today is counter steering.
We aim to discover the pros and cons of motovlogging in this documentary. So what is motovlogging? Motovlogging is when riders film their adventures on their bikes and discuss different motorcycle and non-motorcycle related topics. Over the past few years, its popularity has grown massively, with the biggest motovlogger having nearly 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. With its growing audience and the amount of riders doing it, we want to find out if it's dangerous or not.
I gotta say, most of the people out there that think this place is stupid, when it comes to the roads, they're right.
We went to Global, a local motorcycle instructor company, to find out if they think motovlogging is dangerous.
Personally, I've been riding for, let's think, 1983, so 30 odd years, 30 years plus. Used to be a dispatch rider in the city, far too many years to remember actually. How many years you been riding, Kel?
Since I was 16. It's a lot of years.
A few years.
No, since I was 16, 35 now.
There's a lot of experience between us and all the other instructors here. There's well over 100 years worth of motorcycling experience.
Yeah. I think it's a difficult one to answer because from the point of view of the person that is actually doing the motovlogging, providing you're an experienced rider, it's not actually taking any of your attention off the actual riding itself, but it would be very easy to become distracted.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. It all depends really on the rider. It's down to experience, it's down to the sort of teaching you had when you was doing it. Most people go along talking to themselves, singing to themselves or whistling. Yeah. You'd hope that people that were motovlogging were paying attention, wouldn't you? But if they're more concerned about the camera angles than the car pulling out in front of them, it could be dangerous.
A large percentage of people that have started to watch motovlogging are young new riders. How is motovlogging going to affect them?
Well, if you're given a dictation, if you like, of what's going on in the near future, you're forward planning, and forward planning keeps you alive on a motorcycle. You know, if you're daydreaming, looking at a tree, looking at a zebra crossing, you're going to hit something that's in front of you. If you're motovlogging and you've got your camera pointing forwards and you're doing a narrative on what's coming, the chances are you're going to see it long before you would, or an experienced rider would. So it's going to help you out a little bit as a novice rider.
We spoke to one new rider to find out what he thinks of motovlogging.
I've watched a lot of motovlogging videos from different motovloggers. Motovlogging has taught me some techniques on riding and helped me get out of some situations like counter steering.
I simply ride along. Can you see? I push it, handlebars to right, bike leans to left. Simple as that.
Motovlogging can make riding safer because sometimes there's bad drivers and you capture them on camera and sort of teach other people your skills and other techniques and sort of help everyone out.
But is all the information out there helpful?
It could be dangerous in the wrong hands. There's a lot of motovloggers out there that are very good at what they do. They give good advice and they give nice smooth riding and they promote good motorcycling. There are also some out there that give really poor advice, given on rumour and reputation. It's just they're giving bad advice in the first place and they perpetuate that bad advice. And the problem is when that's been motovlogged and it goes on the net, no one knows the good from the bad. So it's a bit hard to sift through what is good advice and what is bad advice.
There is a whole world of information out there. There are so many different videos, YouTube, that new riders can watch. The problem with that is obviously there's a lot of misinformation as well, but to watch what's going on, there's a lot of instructors that produce videos out there. We get an awful lot of students that do come in, don't we?
In fact, the DVSA produce their own motovlog, if you like, in the form of a video to show you how to do your Module 1 and Module 2 tests and your CVTs. And the DVSA is the Driving Vehicle Standards Agency that actually keep an eye on us and make sure we behave ourselves.
Yeah.
Motovlogging has also provided motorcyclists with a whole new community of people to interact with. We spoke to the editor of Team Motovlog UK to find out about the motovlogging community.
I created Team Motovlog UK because I wanted to be a motovlogger myself. So before buying all the equipment and just going in, I decided to create a Twitter account called Team Motovlog UK and ask motovloggers a bunch of questions on editing software, cameras, methods, so on, so on, so on. And I collected all this information and then thought, I can't really keep it for myself. So I got some free magazine editing software, wrote a magazine, published it, and people loved it, so I wrote another one. People loved it again, so I created a website. So now Team Motovlog UK is a group of people who help other motovloggers, especially people who are starting.
Team Motovlog UK is also releasing an app that will benefit other motovloggers.
Now that Team Motovlog UK is expanding and I talk to almost 1,000 motovloggers, it's difficult for me to recommend certain people because you could like 100, you could like more than a handful of motovloggers. So I created this app which has got features such as a random motovlog YouTube generator. There's also a ride out feature. So say, for example, you go on holiday and you've taken your bike and you just want to go for a ride with other people. You just get your phone out of your pocket, click the ride out feature, the map comes up, finds your location, and it tells you all the ride outs which are around that area and who's going, and it even links to their YouTube videos and their Twitter account, so you can talk to them, you can watch them before you go, you can attend, and you can go.
We also wanted to find out what advice he has to new motovloggers.
If I was to give motovloggers advice on how to stay safe whilst making videos, I would say try to ignore the camera. Just don't think about the fact that you're making videos. Just ride as normal and maybe verbally respond to situations rather than just think about it. But certainly don't go out looking for trouble.
One issue we still need to address is what riders are supposed to do with bad information.
If you don't know how to ride and they're telling you to brake sharply around corners, just ask other people, or even go to your local motorcycle dealer and just ask the people there to say, I watched a video and this guy said do this, do you think that's right? And listen to them and just talk to them. Just to, basically, if it sounds dangerous, don't do it.
But ultimately, is it dangerous?
I reckon it can be safe because it's just sort of talking to someone next to you. If you're in a car, you can just instantly stop if there's something to stop you, sort of different from talking on the phone because everyone knows what's going on. You can just stop and just concentrate on what needs to be done.
If you're more concerned about getting that camera shot than you are about the car pulling out in front of you, yeah, it could be dangerous. But I would say overall, no, it's not dangerous.
I think motovlogging could be dangerous. I think sometimes people go out looking for certain situations which could be entertaining, so they would put themselves in dangerous situations just for the sake of filming it and putting it on YouTube. But it all depends on the person and on if they're desperate to go out and find a situation just to make a viral video. I don't think motovlogging should be banned for being dangerous, far from it. I think every rider should have a camera on their motorcycle for legal purposes and for insurance, and just to name and shame bad drivers and people who are on their phones or weaving in and out of lanes. But yeah, as long as you're not the type of person to go out looking for trouble just for entertainment, then motovlogging is perfectly safe.